To pick up where we left off, we're going to get some veggies. Let's go over here and get some. What I like to use is maybe a little onion. Got a half an onion from something else. How about some carrots? And how about a little celery?
Celery's nice.
Celery's this
I like
has
celery,
fiber, right? You love celery.
Fiber's good. It's the broom.
Nature's broom.
Nature's broom for getting that cholesterol out of your system.
Well, and other things too. So, all right. I'm going to show you what I like to do is I like to save onions when I've used them in another recipe. So I take off the part that's not so good. I always keep a bucket, either an old ice cream bucket or our daughter gave me this nice metal bucket. That is worm food, and it also it's a compost. I have a wonderful compost pile.
Well, it's not only worm food, it's plant food.
Plant food, yes. It goes through the worms and into the
becomes plant
gardens,
food.
And it's wonderful, and it doesn't smell because you never add meat or milk. Just greenery and kitchen things, even a paper towel that you've used to wipe up something works
Very
fine.
Good. And it also does something else. It saves the plumbing. It doesn't lay in the pipes and rot the pipes out.
That's true. You don't have to use it in the
garbage disposal.
We've been composting and recycling since the 60s when we were hippies. Now, we weren't really hippies, but we took a lot of the good things. You always have to take good things from the era that you live in.
Yeah,
throw aside the bad things and turn to the good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are absolutes.
There are absolutes. I'm sorry I didn't show you the whole onions cutting, but honey, you want to look down here? I got this cleaver from a Chinese friend of mine, took me to Chinatown and bought a cleaver like this. It was like $5. I think now they're probably $6. Wonderful steel cleaver. This is a newer one. My old one didn't get so rusty looking. Anyway, it makes a great cutter. I use it for little fine things and also for big things.
Looks like it provides a lot of leverage on the hard cuts.
Yeah, it does. And I think Ron uses it to, my other one is in the living room where he's chopping firewood. Not a good idea. But anyway, besides that, I keep a little thing like this that I can take over to the stove.
Kindling wood. It's different.
Oh, kindling wood, yes. Okay. So I've sliced through the onion that way, and now I take and I'm doing it this way. And, you know, the other thing my Asian friends have taught is, like we do like this, not good. Keep your fingertips out of the way of the knife. See that? So you can kind of do it as quickly as you want, or however you'd like. But I'll tell you, this is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Now I'm going to go slip some of this in here. Ooh, that's going to smell really good in a very short time. Now, when I buy carrots, these little teeny carrots, I used to get the big ones, and I still sometimes do, but for ease, and also so that you can pop yourself. Just a minute, I'm going to give Ron one of these. Ron, have that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take one of those. See this? Oh, that's good. It forces you to eat carrots. We get the ones that say, are ready to eat, no preservatives, and these happen to be by the Grimway Farms, which are the people that started that. Now, we're not getting a kickback from them, but maybe we should. You don't need to cut much. Whoops, where'd you go? Well, I just cut them into maybe just in half. Sometimes I make a soup, a vegetable soup that I'll show you another day, and we don't cut them at all. I only cut them just so that when you pick up a spoonful of soup, you can put your mouth around these. But anyway, they're all cleaned. It makes it very easy. You don't have to peel them. They're already pre-peeled. And yet they've got lots of fiber and they're tasty. All right, here we go. Another one. Woo. Add that. Now I'm going to open up some celery. And I usually buy the bigger celery, but we figured the other day, going to Winco or one of these stores, that the celery hearts are not any more expensive than by the time you have all your stuff. And if you're going to be eating celery for other reasons, now, can we just throw that in there? I usually take them and just wash off the sand because sand will develop between I had the word there, the stems of the celery in between. So, we'll do that. We'll turn that off so you can hear. It's always nice to use the ends of the celery. The little green parts, the little leafy parts. And I don't know, it just kind of is nice. It's all flavorful. And you don't want to overpower your soup with a lot of it. So I'm starting at the leafy end, and I'm going to do about that much. And then I think I have, yes, remember I took that onion out of a little baggie to be conservative, to be economical.
We're reusing the bag?
Reusing the bag. Always reuse the bags.
Oh, my. That's, when I said we're on a tight budget, you really believed me, didn't you?
He's been telling me that for years. Okay, now, this is the last ingredient. So, by the way, have you noticed I haven't measured anything? And that's more out of necessity than anything. I don't measure because you don't need to. It doesn't matter. It's not going to ruin anything. As I said, you'll find out for the next pot of soup that you really don't have to...
You mean vegetable chicken soup is simply vegetables and chicken?
There you go. There you go. Now, you can add other flavorings if you'd like. Sometimes I've added, poultry seasoning and things like that. What I like to do, in fact, you know what? No, I'm not going to take it. Next time I'm going to take you outside and show you. I always keep herbs growing around, whether they're in little pots, whether they're in the soil along the side of the house. In the back right now I have some, because it's winter time, I've got some kale, which has purple coloring in the leaves. That's great in my vegetable soup. So is a red Swiss chard. Keep that going. I planted it for the summer, plant it in the spring, pull off the outer leaves and put that in the soup. Not in the chicken soup, but in vegetable soup. I also have a rosemary, thyme, lemon thyme, parsley, things like that, just that don't need any care. I don't want you to have to worry about taking care of things. But we'll be planting a garden in the spring, and you'll get to see what we do there. I think this is just about not finished because the vegetables aren't done, but I wanted to show you how it's going to look. Doesn't that look wonderful?
Ooh. Not only does it look good, it smells.
Ooh, wait till we taste this. You always have to taste it. I put salt and pepper in. Oh, now, honey, that is really good. Ooh, let me show you what Ron looks like taking taste. This is his favorite part. Is that good?
Now, that is soup.
Okay, now he's the one to correct the seasonings. What can you do to correct the seasoning?
I always like to add a little bit of my favorite seasoning here. I got a slug of stuff. I like garlic, so I'll just put a little bit of garlic in there, every once in a while. And of course, I like the onions. Peg put some onions in there. But what's wrong with adding a few? These kind of...
and you could just use those if you didn't have an onion.
You could just use these, but onion. And, of course, I like got a little pepper here.
He likes more pepper.
Whatever you find on the shelf, whatever's up there, you just kind of put in there. What else do we have here? Oh, we got, I don't want to spoil it with too much, but we have this, no, that's not going to go. Steak sauce is not going to work.
No, please.
A little salt, maybe. A pinch of salt. You got salt in there already?
I put salt in there.
Okay, well, I think that'll do it for the seasoning. We need to let it cook. Are you going to let this...
How long do you let it cook?
I think we could add a little water. That was so rich.
That really is pretty rich. We could add a little water.
Put a little shot of water in there.
Okay.
And we'll let that boil, with the lid off so it'll clarify it a little bit.
Now, that's an interesting point you're making. You see how it's a little bit cloudy? Because I put the lid on, and that's one of the things that the clearer the soup is when it clarifies.
We can turn the heat up until it gets there, huh?
Yeah. You turn it up to there. That's not full. That's towards high, but not high. This is gas, so it cooks a little more quickly. But this can be good. Well, I think for now, that's the way to make homemade chicken soup. And the main flavoring of the soup is the fact that it was a barbecue chicken from the grocery store. I don't particularly care for the ones that are done like garlic and different flavors. I like the plain cooked, rotisserie cooked, not barbecue, but rotisserie cooked chickens from your grocery store as your base. And I hope you enjoy it. Bye.